Welcome to another episode on our channel. My voice is a little hoarse. Just bear with me a bit today. Anyway, you might be wondering why this guy is out here. Well, you might remember that I had gotten Paul Atreides, 1/4 scale figure, one of a handful of 1/4 scale figures I have from Prime One Studio, directly from Prime One Studio. And it came with a broken arm. And I was given the choice of sending the body back to get it replaced, which would take, I think they said 16 to 18 weeks, or taking stored credit. Well, I didn't really want to wait that long, so I took stored credit. At first they offered 80, and I said, can you do any better? And they said, okay, we'll do 90. I should have kept pushing, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because no matter how much money you have, you can't spend it all on a figure that will end up being free for you. It doesn't work that way. So with the figure itself, I was going to get like $40 some plus 90. That would be $130 some. And if I found something that was selling for $130, I couldn't apply all the money to a $130 item, because you can only use a proportion of the money in that situation. If I was going to buy a $300 item, I could apply all $130 to that. But I couldn't apply $130 to a $130 item. So you never win with store credit. I was on a wait list for this guy, and somebody apparently didn't want him, or they had an extra one when they got done sending out all their figures. So I got this guy. And it's the Batman figure of Robert Pattinson. It's a good likeness. I got a 1/6 scale figure of Robert Pattinson in civilian clothing from SL Customs, because I thought I could change out the head that didn't really look that great for a Hot Toys head and use it as a civilian version of Robert Pattinson. So here's the head that it came with. It's not a very good head. Let's just put it that way. So what do you do with a head that, I should say, it's not a good representation of Robert Pattinson? It's not a bad head. It's just not a good representation of him. So what do you do with a head that you don't really like? Well, one of the things you can do is try to change it into something you do like. And so I've decided that I'm going to try to put a mustache on him. If I ever get a guardsman outfit, a musketeer outfit, they're rare and hard to find, made by Ignite from way back when. But if I find another one of those outfits, I might use him for that particular musketeer. I have 2 musketeers. I'd love to have 3. I keep looking for the guardsman outfit from Ignite, but never find it. We're going to see if we can make this guy not look like Robert Pattinson, look less like Robert Pattinson, but look like someone that you like looking at. I think mustache would actually be helpful in this situation. Maybe a little beard, but I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, so we'll pause and we'll get set up for that. It's probably usually a good idea to wear gloves, but I have no gloves that fit my hands. They fit my husband's hands, but not my hands. I'm going to use Magic Sculpt, which comes in 2 containers. One's a hardener and one's the resin itself. You take equal amounts, and then you start, shaping them into one piece. Try to get them into an even color. So I'm just gonna basically just pull out, and this is the hardener, or the resin is white, and the hardener is gray. So I'm just gonna try to grab a piece here, pull it out. So about that. That's plenty right there. Neat thing about this is it takes a while to sit up. So I have pretty good long working time with it. And try to take an equal amount out of here. Now I'm going to just kind of put it together and twist it and just get it into where it's to a point of being the even consistency. So I have a big section from which I took a little piece that I got the consistency I wanted, took a little piece, rolled it into the ball. And what I want to see is I'm just going to flatten it out a bit and see if it's still too big. I can tell already this is going to be too big. All right. So I'm going to have to take more off. So I'm going to take about half off. Let's see how that works. Let's roll it into a circle again and then just kind of get it a little down like a cylinder. Well, we're on the right track. It's a bit better. Still too much. So let's try it again. Let's take a little more off. About a third off. That's what I did. Now let's roll it again. That's getting close. Might be able to work with that because I still need to spread it out a little bit. Let me roll it into a longer piece and kind of do the edges into more points. I'm not sure how far up the twist is going to go. Let's try this. Not too bad. All right, so let me take it off. Yeah, again, work on the points a little bit more. In the middle a little, not much. Just want to get it even. And then the point on the other side a bit more. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Trying to get it right in the middle. Now I'm pressing it down because I want it to hug the lip, kind of down the face, around the mouth, I should say. Hug the lip. And then twirl up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and I'm going to try to just kind of, just kind of put a slice, not slice it, but, just indent it so that it starts looking more like a mustache. What we're going to do, I think, is probably just get a close-up of this. So here is the mustache. No mustache is ever perfect, but this isn't too bad. And you can probably see the lines in the mustache now. All right. So I think I'll put something on his chin. So we'll pause. I don't like that chin. We'll pause and be right back. Here he is. And you can kind of see the lines in the mustache and in the facial hair on the chin. I'm not sure if this is called a Van Dyke. They have variations of Van Dyke beards and so forth. Apparently Van Dyke was an artist in the 17th century, the 1600s, and made this look popular. But there are variations, so I don't know for sure if this is Van Dyke. He sure looks cool. It looks like he's from a different time period, that's for sure. So anyway, and I think given how he looked before, this is an improvement from my perspective. Now, the only thing left to do is to let this dry and paint it. So if you have a head sculpt that you're not in love with, for whatever reason, it's just not appealing to you, one of the things you might try doing is putting a mustache and or beard on it and see if that helps you fall more in love with the head sculpt and can use it for a custom figure. I think this works for this guy. We'll let it dry. It takes about 24 hours to dry. We'll paint it, come back and look at it. And then in the next episode, we'll see the results as well as work on another head to try to change the appearance into something that looks more acceptable to you. I hope you've liked what you've seen in this episode. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.